Oh my God. I just got crushed. Oh, right under the boat. Nice walleye. What's going on, everybody? I'm heading out on Kool-Aid to the Mississippi River to chase walleyes. The spring run is well underway, and the fish are biting. The walleyes are in, and the river is stabilized. It's fairly high right now, but it's not rising. So we got stable conditions. The fish should be setting up in their normal haunts into those current breaks. So we're gonna go out there, pitch some plastics, see what we can come up with. Stick with me, it's gonna be a great show. Sean, guys, right up here by the float, the best damn fishing float. It's closed right now, but if we're open, it'd be a good spot to be fishing. I just hooked into a good fish here. But feels like a good fit. Really big walleye. I kind of want to net them, but my net isn't ready. Oh, good thing I did net him. He came right off at the boat. Nice fish, guys. I just got up in here. First drift through, caught this fish. Pull him out of the net here and show him to you, and then we'll release him. There we go. Great walleye. It's probably a 19-inch fish or so. We'll get that girl back in the water so she can do her thing. Great start here. Hooked up, guys. Just stuck another fish up by the Best Dam fishing float. He's shaking. Got a shaker. Not sure what I hooked here. Feels like it might be a good walleye. Still using that gulp minnow. Switched over to a 1/4 ounce jig head. And it's just kind of hanging there in the current. Feels like a decent fish. Yeah, some pretty good head shakes. Oh yeah, nice walleye. They're nice walleye, guys. Doesn't have it hooked very good. Here we go, guys. Another really nice solid fish. Right, 19, 20-inch fish. Ate that gulp minnow. Beautiful. Very nice Mississippi River walleye. Oh, there we go. But it's time. Fish are running and the river's up. Let's get her back. Alright, that was awesome. Another great fish. That one came on the 1/4 ounce jig head. It's using a white jig head. And that gulp that I've been using. I'm just stringing it on. Just like that. It's important that you get it on there nice and straight so your jig doesn't spin in the water. But that's what I'm using right there. And it's killer. Let's get another one. There's one, guys. Oh, he crushed it. It's like a decent fish. Oh, I love it. Oh, man, he crushed it. Oh. Oh, that's what I came for. Oh, that's a walleye for sure. Good, not a huge fish, but definitely a respectable fish. Oh yeah, big walleye. Big walleye, guys. Look at that. Oh. Alright. That guy. Crush that gulp minnow. Let's get this girl out of the net and take a look at her and then get her released. Beautiful fish. As you can see right behind me, I'm right next to the Best Dam fishing float up by Dresbach Dam. And if they reopen and you get the chance to come out there, it's on the prime location up here by the dam. So you can get fish like this and have a great day out there. But if you have a boat, come on up and fish from the boat too. But that one just crushed that gulp minnow. I don't know, that's a decent keeper size. It's maybe 19-inch fish again. But we'll let her go. That's awesome. She just crushed it. Yes. Let's do that again. That one was on a 1/4 ounce jig. And it was just hanging up there in the current, slowly falling back down to the bottom. And she just hammered it. That's what I was waiting for. So I just want to take a minute to explain kind of what's going on here and why the fish hold in these areas. Coming through the locks here, you have a huge volume of water, and that water is rushing downstream, and it's gouging out the bottom. There's a huge hole there. It's a washout hole. A lot of water depth, and then that fast water is racing over the top of it. Eventually that water wraps back around and comes back up the shore behind this rock wall where there's no flow coming in. As it wraps around and comes underneath the float here, it heads back towards that main flow of current. And this area is shallower and flat. I'm sitting in about 10 feet of water here, and the current is much less. So it flows slowly back towards the main flow of current, and it's real rocky, sandy. There's some debris in the bottom, so you do get snagged quite a bit. But the fish are attracted to this area because of the low current and the amount of structure in here. And it's basically a conveyor belt of food pushing back towards that main current. So all the bait fish, all the different species of fish are pushing up into this shallower, slower moving water here. And this is where you're going to find your active walleyes. Now, when you're fishing up by the locks, there is, some danger involved. You have to be safe. First and foremost, obey the signs. There are some signs where they do not want you to go any further upstream past. So obey those signs. Second of all, if you cannot anchor, that's best. Putting down an anchor can be potentially dangerous. If you do use an anchor, always anchor off the front end of your boat. And I recommend, before you pull your anchor, get your motor started. That way, when you pull your anchor, you're ready to motor and get out of the way of the dam. If you're fortunate enough, like me, to have a trolling motor with spot lock, that's the best way to go. Spot lock on a spot, it keeps you from having a rope connected to an anchor down towards the bottom that could potentially get hung up. If you do have an anchor, a trolling motor with spot lock, I still recommend bringing an anchor with, just in case something should happen with that. You can always quickly drop another anchor. So those are kind of my tips there. Stay as far away from the dam as you can and still effectively fish that main current seam there. And throw your jig back with the current that's flowing into that main flow of current, and then just bring it back slowly, letting it hang in that current, slowly falling back to the bottom. And 9 times out of 10, that fish is going to hit it as it's slowly falling back to the bottom. Now you got to size your jig head appropriately so that you get the right amount of drop. If it's dropping too fast, you're going to get a lot of snags, and the fish aren't going to hit it. So you want to use the smallest jig head that you can get away with, and cast downstream, bring it back real slowly, working it really close to the bottom, and I think you'll find you'll have some success that way. We may come back here yet later this evening, but I'm going to go try some wing dams and kind of show you how I fish those and see if we can put a few more fish in the boat. So let's go try that. There's one, guys. Good fish. Looks like a good fish. Slipped downstream just a little ways down from the dam on this main current seam. Kind of as the current turns back in towards shore. Just hooked up on a fish. Feels like a decent one. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, nice walleye. That right there is a foul hooked walleye. I barely skin hooked him there. There was a little bit of talk in my last video that I had kept a foul hooked walleye, which I had hooked up under the jaw, which maybe technically is foul hooked, but this one is definitely foul hooked. It's not even in the gill plate or anything. Just popped out. But I will let this fish go, he was definitely full hooked. It's a nice fish. Probably a 17-inch walleye. But definitely a good one. We'll let him go. Although that fish was foul hooked, he definitely cracked it because I felt him hit it. I just kind of missed the bait and I ended up catching them up under the chin. So you get all that main flow current coming out of the dam, and eventually it kind of sweeps around and dumps into this shoreline here. And if you kind of look for the foam bubbles here and watch your sonar to see where that depth starts to come up and just fish along that edge. You really have to read the current with your eyes and just see where that flow starts to die off as it wraps in towards shore. And that's going to kind of be where you want to focus your attention. But that one was sitting right where he was supposed to be. Here we go. Another fish. This one's a smaller one. That one definitely cracked it. Ian gulped the gulp. That is not foul hooked. Hooked up. Just gobbling up that gulp. Fish on. Little guy. There we go. Pretty fish. Oh my God, I just got crushed. Oh, right under the boat. Nice walleye. Oh my goodness. There we go. Come on, get in the net. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. There we go, guys. Look at that guy. That's a nice one there. That's gonna go home with me, I think. I didn't bring a bucket or anything. There we go. That was awesome. That is how you eat it right there. Oh. Well guys, come up and work these current seams up by the dam. You gotta just look at the water, analyze where that slower moving water is. Those fish are gonna set up in those areas where it's flowing over that nice gravelly bottom, and you can get fish like this. This one's going home for dinner with me tonight, and it might be my last fish of the evening. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching.